Hi, my name is Evelyn Gonzalez. For the final project of Sustainable Organization for the Common Good, I have analyzed the carbon footprint of the organization where I work.
Everence. I will show how they have taken measurable steps towards lowering their carbon emissions, but also have several proposals for how they could, in practical and financially viable ways, further reduce their carbon footprint.
So, first, let's look at the positive steps forward that Everence has made to benefit the common good.
Everence Financial is promoting stewardship investment, providing green portfolios for investors and using its investment power as a shareholder activist to promote change from within. This type of pressure is very important for changing the way that companies work within the existing economy.
Stewardship of the earth and the environment is a piece of that too, not just financial, but the earth God's given us. And I think as a large corporation that can be challenging, but I think we need to keep paying attention to it. I know there's a couple of local people that have really challenged us to think about our socially responsible investment lines, and can we come up with one that is more carbon neutral type of corporation that people could invest in if they want. I think we always have to think about.
Company dialogues can be a long slog, but we have had a number of success stories here at Everence. One example of a shareholder advocacy success is with the Hershey Company. We've been in dialogue with Hershey's for over 4 years on the issue of child exploitation on the cocoa farms of West Africa. In October of last year, Hershey's committed to sourcing 100% of its cocoa for all its chocolate lines by 2020 from certified sources. And this certified cocoa will be verified by third-party auditors to ensure that it is in line with the highest internationally recognized standards for labor and environmental practices. And given Hershey's share of the chocolate industry and their influence, this is a major step forward.
Discounted loan rates for purchasing high-efficiency vehicles is another positive action from Everence. Their rates are so low that Tesla announced their product on their website, and Everence has financed hundreds of new electric cars for Tesla owners, as well as providing this incentive to everyone in their core market. The same discounted financing offered for electric cars is also offered for purchases of solar systems. Also, in their Harrisonburg office, over 45% of their electric use comes from the solar array that is being installed during the solar barn raising you are seeing right before your very eyes. The Everence headquarters in Goshen, Indiana, have been newly renovated with green building techniques in order to comply with LEED energy efficiency certification. A major area of improvement has been the simplification of signatures and documents for our members. In 2015, Everence invested in software to facilitate e-signature. Now customers can sign documents by electronic means, in person or by email. Just in our Harrisonburg office, we went from using 30 reams of paper to using only 10 per month. The impact of this change? $108 in savings. But more importantly, we saved 1.2 trees per month.
Actually, recently we had a dinner for pastors just a couple nights ago, and advocates. We served about 50, 70 people, and we used all compostable materials. Plates, napkins, silverware, cups, these all compostable. And we worked out an understanding with a local man who composts, and he took all of it in buckets and he's composting it. So that felt really good. And so the more things like that we can do, not only so that our carbon footprint is less, but we can role model for the community in ways to decrease your carbon footprint or things to think about. I think that's where our stewardship values really need to look for.
Now let's look at what Everence could do to improve its stewardship practices. Although there are many things that could be done, one of our office's greatest impacts is transportation, both worker commute and transportation in order to serve clients, especially because there are large member bases in Hampton, Richmond, and Washington, D.C. It would be more economical and much better for our planet for our office to provide an electric car for local work and to visit our distant client groups. Having a public charging station, or at least one accessible to Everence workers, could help to incentivize employees' use of electric vehicles to get to work. Not only will this help our bottom line, it would be a great improvement for the planet, it would also be a tremendous marketing tool, highlighting our stewardship values in very tangible ways while promoting our green financing options. Here are the numbers. By looking at the following graph, we can see that Everence local office uses quite a bit of carbon for transportation. Just in traveling to Hampton once a month, we produce over 234 pounds of carbon. When we compare different types of cars, we can see that an electric car has by far the smallest footprint, especially if we could use the solar panels on our building in order to charge the vehicle. Everence's carbon footprint for vehicular use would drop by up to 98%.
Everence has been moving in the right direction, but they can do more. An electric vehicle, along with some investment in solar energy, is an affordable and the fastest way to reduce Everence's carbon footprint.